Hi guys, Jeff with Extreme Carpet Cleaning here. I was wanting to do a quick video on just explaining to customers how to get ready for us. I know a lot of people, they spend 3 days trying to get ready for us when it really isn't that hard, and I wish people could understand that we move furniture. There's no extra charge for moving furniture. Now there are some pieces, such as, this desk I got in my office that is ridiculously heavy. Some things like that we just go around. Unless you clean everything off of them, and even some desks are still too ridiculous to move. Entertainment centers, unless you clean the TV off and, unhook wires, because God knows the minute we go to pull those out and there's not enough wire behind it, it'll pull the TV off in the floor. Now there's a few things, typical stuff that you would probably not want moved anyway, but we move sofas, love seats, end tables, dining room tables, chairs, stuff like that. Now curio cabinets, if you take everything out of them and they're not ridiculously 1,000 pounds, we can move those for you. They got to be cleaned out. And as far as beds go, if they're not on wheels and the room's not big enough to roll it from side to side, a lot of times we can't move beds. Now, if the room's really large, it's on wheels, a lot of times we can just shove them over, kind of away from the wall a little bit and get up underneath them best we can, move them back over and get the other side and get as much as we can underneath it. But a lot of times, we just go around beds also. If you have dressers in there, if you clean everything off, knickknacks, lamps, stuff that might fall as we're moving them, some of those aren't even a big deal to move. But all we do, we move the furniture out just far enough to clean under it, and then we'll spray the Scotchgard or deodorizer if you get those options. And then we'll put it right back, and then we put little styrofoam blocks or little plastic things under the legs of them. So it's a whole lot easier than everybody trying to move all their furniture into another room. We just had a guy the other day. He thought he was doing us a favor. God bless this dude. He made it so much worse. It was awful, and you try to tell people and they don't seem to understand. But he went and cleaned the whole bedroom. We were there doing a bedroom and a living room. That's it. It's bedroom, living room. It should be an easy job, in and out. Take an hour if that. But he went and cleaned everything, took the bed apart, put all that into the living room that we were going to be cleaning. This is why I wanted to do this video, just to explain to you guys how he thought he was going to help us, and that was going to make it so much easier. He's like, then y'all can just carry it back into that other room. One, we don't carry furniture from one room to the other, and I'll tell you why. Because a lot of times they'll take a dresser out and they want you to bring it back in. The only way to take that in is to carry it. And one, I'm not trying to herniate a disc carrying stuff from one room to another. But two, you hit the walls. If it accidentally scrapes a wall, guys, I'm not trying to paint your house for you for free, because God knows they'd take you to court and want some kind of settlement or something. Nowadays, you can't take that chance. And for insurance reasons, that's why we don't carry things from one room to another. Now, if you got something in there that you want moved, like I said, we move it far enough to clean in behind it, which is probably 3 or 4 feet a lot of times. It's simple. Makes it so much easier. But this guy ended up having to carry most of that furniture back in. I think we helped him with some things that were just too ridiculous for him to get by himself. I don't even know how he got it in there by himself to begin with. But guys, it's really easy to get ready for us. All we ask is that you remove lamps, knickknacks, anything that when we go to pull it out and put it back, and we got to tilt it to put blocks underneath it that doesn't fall off the top. It's pretty easy to get ready for us. And just do a pre-vacuum before we get there. Years ago we carried a sweeper, and people, no matter how much I cleaned the sweeper, it either smelled like nicotine from the job before, or just the dog smell. So I always ask people to just do a quick pre-vacuum, just the open area, especially if you have pets, because dog hair will clog our filter, which we carry 2 filters, just in case if you're older and you can't sweep your carpet, we can change our filter as we're going. So it's not 100% necessary, but it does help speed the makes it easier on us, makes it faster. We don't have to go out and change our filter back and forth from one clean one to the other. Keeps the vacuum going, makes it, we get maximum vacuum as we're going. That way we can get as much of the water back out. So it always helps to pre-vacuum. So we always ask people, run a quick vacuum over the traffic areas. You don't have to go move the furniture out and get underneath those too. We can do a dry vacuum if we need to underneath, because it's probably just dust anyway. Because if you're like me, my furniture sits in the same spot. It's really just dust under them. So I can get that with our vacuum when we get there. Just the wand itself has a vacuum, so we can just go over it without no moisture first. So that isn't no big deal. But, it shouldn't take people an hour to get ready for us. I mean, just the knickknacks, breakables. If you have boxes and bags, yeah, we want you to move those. We're not Mary Maids. We don't go and pick up toys and junk off your floor for you. And that's something that needs to be done before we get there. I mean, we do it all the time, surprisingly. Some people they don't even get ready for us at all, and then we end up getting there and having to move lamps off stuff. And if we drop one of those and break it, I'm going to feel really bad. But this is stuff I tell people on the phone. That's why I wanted to post this little video on how to prepare for us. Hopefully everybody will see it and get an idea that you don't need to carry all your furniture into the kitchen and not be able to use your kitchen, because you can't put it back in on the damp carpet for 24 hours. Make sure it's good and dry before you bring it back in. I'd wait at least 24 hours. So that means 24 hours you're going to have your kitchen with furniture up to the ceiling. So don't do that, guys. It's just not even necessary. Don't work yourself to death to get ready for us. I've had customers spend 3 days getting ready for us. Cleaned out all the rooms. I was like, man, you didn't need to do that. You worked your butt off for nothing. All we do is move it out, clean behind it, put it back, put little blocks under it. It's that simple, and that's how the job should be. Not move everything from one room into the living room, and then we got to move all that plus the furniture that's in the living room, and it ends up being a big ordeal. And it's an awful job. So, guys, knickknacks, we move the furniture. Now there's some pieces that we can't move. If you got a piano, guys, we don't move pianos. We're not trying to cripple ourselves, because it's putting the blocks under it is more of a pain than moving it. You don't want it sitting on damp carpet. So that means we've got to lift the piano up, not just roll it on the wheels. Most of them are like, oh, it's on wheels and it'll roll if you put your back into it. Well, you can't have metal wheels on the carpet either, so we still got to put blocks. And that's where we herniate a disc, trying to really move a piano and putting blocks underneath it. So guys, just a simple video on how to prepare for us. If you need anything done, just give us a call, 304-727-1244. Thanks.